So, lamps on. What filter are we running? Yeah, Brighton too. Okay, good. Fine. This is just 28 minutes late. Let's just launch the game for now. Let's set up my overlay and everything. So pull that up. Calibrate my model. Turn the controls back off. Then go over here. Front. So. Alright, multiplayer. Server list. Track. Oh, thank you for. I totally did a four finger swipe. Sure, I totally did that. Oh, one of the advantages of Linux is that like you can actually fucking turn this shit off. No one likes this. Alright, free practice is ending. Fastest driver is Psycho Cat are currently 42.7, but like also the temperatures are pretty high. 25 Celsius. 30 Kohai is faster than a bunch of the pro drivers like Isaac, Asa, and Reska, who finally is actually racing this season. Except Jordan isn't here, so like Jordan, who specifically wanted to team up for this season with Reska finally. Well, I mean, his teammate is racing today. He just isn't. Poor Jordan. And he has tied up the championship. He scored the maximum points possible. He's the champion in it's not silver. I'm pro champion. I've pretty much just put it up there. He was struggling though. 44 to 43, so like that's decently surprising that he's improved this much. What settings does the aggressive preset come with? Lower tire pressures, that's for sure. Alright, with this thing. Very slow steering ratio. Interesting stuff. No, I don't need this much fuel. I mean, we have 20 minutes, so let's just start with 50 liters and see where we go from here. No telemetry laps, we don't log that. Temperatures are decently high, so I think I will take some pressure out of the tires for sure. Otherwise they're gonna overpressure completely. So let's see how this car fires. Oh yeah, I need to turn headlights also on. Is everything else working? Is the frame working? Is... yeah, that is working, it seems. Good. Well, the steering felt very light there for a moment. And yeah, it seems to be working fine. I was trying this week, well, not this week actually, it was last week. But for the Americans it would be this week because they count, their week goes from Sunday to Saturday. Well, sane human beings map out the week from Monday to Sunday, because Saturday and Sunday is the fucking weekends. In any case, is G-Fox actually here? I think I didn't see him on the server. I guess he didn't make it in the end. There's a decent chunk of ARM drivers here tonight. Well, I think Silver's are only 2 here tonight. If only 1 maybe? I think there was 2. Didn't check. There are 15 drivers, it's not great, but I think more than we had the last few rounds. Which is saying something considering this is a DLC track, and I mean, some people really like the circuit. The Magu guys definitely didn't. So there is that. Oh yeah, right, there is true, because I know Kohai is on the server and there's fucking Katsu driving in front of me. Ugh. Oh, he's driving pretty good pace here. I would have not said anything, I'm sorry. I literally started to say something and then he died. Oh, pain, Pekka. Just pain, Pekka. Let's see what we open with here. One 42, 42.7. Second fastest, however, though. Isaac is faster than me right now. Then again, I'm not quite on Qualy fuel. And my first lap on the circuit in a week, I think. What's in front of me? Okami. Oh, must have badly understood there. Thought you invalidated your lap, but I guess in AM fashion, like making fucking grave mistakes is not something that you decide to abandon a lap for. Like, I think there was another pulled over. I'm not pushing and I'm still closing in on him. Ah, damn it, some of the AM drivers have really goddamn slow. And I have Groom behind like crazy. Wait, did he just die through the corner? Oh, for fucking sakes. Come on, I waited for you. You cost me my lap and then you fucking crash. I mean, you made already the silly decision of driving this car, the Audi. The handling for this corner is not quite as good as on the aggressive preset armor. Well, I have figured out the line again. There's some nice rotation when I come off the brake. The last part of braking, the car starts to just slightly rotate, which is really nice. Oh boy. A lot of understeer there. I thought I completely overshot this one, but no, that worked fine. You're under blue flag! Oh, fucking hell, I crashed as well. But, like, he's completely under blue flag and just doesn't fucking move. That was a lot slower. I have 610s easily in this lap, but like I've hit traffic every single run. Yeah, oh boy, I've been demoted a lot here. Jesus, I do need to improve a lot. Yeah, and there's only 10 minutes remaining at this point. I need to swap onto the low fuel, complete this lap, and then we go into the pits and swap out stuff. Yeah, well, that's 2 tenths down here. Much here in terms of gains. Lot.
Yellow flag, be careful. Well done, mate. That's not best.
But yeah, I made up 5 seconds on you in a single lap. What are you doing? Yeah, it doesn't have a lap in yet, so let's take the fuel out. Other people have already broken the 42 barrier before me. Reska in particular. Yeah, Reska is showing that he can still drive. Right. Shall we take 30 liters out of the can and see what we can do with it? What's the track condition right now? Optimum, okay. And I think that's Reska just coming by me. Yeah, Mr. Kyoso. I didn't download deliveries before. That's unfortunate, considering he's likely gonna race with me here. And Isaac is there.
Yellow flag ahead, watch out. Yellow flag in sector 3.
Well, all the fast guys are here, so like I won't be particularly too impeded. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, and then 4th is out of order. Asa, get back here! Sula Chiara is actually in 7th. That's reasonably impressive. I want to do something after this race is done, and probably in the coming days once they upload the results afterwards. Because I'm curious how the change of Kohai and Asa into Silver and Am is not Silver and Am. Silver and Pro respectively change the championship. I have a vague idea of Elsa. She would have won most of the rounds. 41-7, Jesus, from Isaac. You do need to step it up. Wasn't completely correct. There was a lot of time loss over the curb there. Only a 10th up. Come on, turn. Still only a 10th. I didn't say it's a fine time. Yeah, not even a 10th now. Where's my time? I can under a 10th. I have only a 10th! Where's my half a second that I need? Broke a bit early there. Ah, there's some time. Ah, not good. Second. But by a very tight margin, I was second. Just need to get turn 1 right. It's not quite as good as I want it to be. Right, now goes Risker.
Yellow flag in sector 3.
Oh, dipped the wheel there. Not perfect. Four laps of fuel remaining. I think that's enough to get me to the end of the session. And the fastest lap in general.
Yellow flag ahead. Be careful.
1 Heart rate is definitely high. I don't know what absurd number the heart rate monitor is displaying, because that thing seems to occasionally just produce numbers that are factors higher than it should be. I'm gonna run out of the corner.
Yellow flag in sector 2.
Fuck. Not good. Lost a good 210s there.
Well done, mate. Personal fastest lap.
The blow height that has just into the track in front of me. Isaac seems to want to keep in the pits at this point. He's done with qualifying. Fair enough, I guess. I think I have the issue of running up against Tatiana here though, who is on a fast lap technically.
Car on the right. Clear on the right.
Psycho's next count front, I don't think I have to slow down for him. Psycho has moved very much closer to me, 210s. It is still tight qualifying. That's been going on for 20 minutes. People are sort of reaching their limits.
Yellow flag ahead. Be careful.
Yeah, literally. Sweating. I'm liquefying here.
Yellow flag in sector 1.
That was not the ideal position, and then the fucking show alarm comes on. So I have no clue what my delta is. Nothing, okay. That's like something. Oh, fuck. That's not good. Oh, that was too much.
Your lap time is invalidated. Please try to stay on the track.
Look at us out. Let's see where she goes. What? Yeah, she did threaten me here. Nearly beat me. Saints is like, oh, I'm so fucking pissed. It's like, yeah, Saints did not put a single lap time in. Why? Like, come on, Saint. What is your problem that you're not able to put a lap time in? But yeah, we're missing G-Fox, the other Porsche driver. 15 minutes, but I don't have water right now. And I would definitely need water for this race. Yeah, oh, his PC quit twice. And I need a face towel because fuck me, my face in the control. Half a lot of water is enough. How long left? 50 seconds, okay. Ugh. My towel is blocking me a bit. I need fuel though. It's definitely a thing. Hello? What the fuck is happening with my trackpad?
30 seconds.
We need fuel in the car. Use current pressure still are good.
20 seconds.
Okay. So I'm a fresh set of tires. Everything else is okay. Good. Hit drive. Well, I adjust my towel further. Right.
Stay single file.
Oh yeah, I do need to start the engine. It was a pathetic pull over here. But yeah, also, again, there's a reason why you're in the pro class. With qualifying performances like this, where you beat people like Reska, like Isaac, like Psycho. Hello? Oh, that was my not functioning windscreen wiper button I pressed. We're not going high NVMe yet. Temperatures are a bit cold on the tires, but like not too cold. Actually Soul grabbed the pole in AM, but also beat Kohai actually. Soul is definitely a candidate for silver next season, if we have 3 classes again.
Stay double file.
Might we then move to the bottom of Pro, which, yeah, it sucks. Yeah, the keyboard driver competing up with the sharp bend here. Reska in the end only 5th and after qualifying. Yeah, we're making it the 5th pole of the season. Only beaten by Danak once this entire season. Although he only attended, I think, 3 of the rounds? Yeah, he didn't raise Sanford. It was when he was already out of it.
Green light, give it all you can.
The Lamborghini has quite some acceleration now. Boy. We're really doing a Max Verstappen impression here again. Although is it really? I mean, I do get angry like him when I'm not winning. So as much as I deny being him, I encompass his worst traits at times. I'm not really the best, I'm not that fast, so... Fast enough to beat some people, but... you know. Weather looks clean so far. God, do you know how this is serious? Although they did say it will be sunny. Oh, let's get Zach up to third. 42-1, I open up. Oh boy. Although I have only held the fastest lap in Zandvoort, Red Bull Ring. Don't have that many fast laps. Misano Denak got it. I think Barcelona also got it, but like... And in Paul Ricard it was... Psycho got the fastest lap. So I only have 2 fastest laps this season. Again, if anybody wants to point out that I'm way too fast for everyone. No. Clearly I'm not that fast. It's just I run the same pace the entire race. Wait a second and jump scare. For the classic pits open jump scare. Oh boy, but the others did actually move down to my time the following lap, so again, yeah, I'm not that fast. Just they're dealing with someone who's gonna run the same pace for the next hour. Even though I'm literally melting due to the weather. It might be raining outside, but like that just turns everything into a sauna. Not a sauna, the other version where you use more water, because sauna is dry but very hot. I don't know what it is. I don't have anyone in the audience anyway. So to correct me, not that if someone was watching and knew it actually, don't think I have anyone finish. We did have a sauna for the longest time, but like, did sell it. Let's be well. You did, however, remember to use the correct account. Although I still don't assume you don't know what the version of a sauna that is slightly colder and with more humidity is. I still assume you don't know that. That's fine. I see you in the end still didn't decide to enter. I mean, the other person that wanted to enter today also didn't turn up. He was still talking about it yesterday, but I guess he decided that I wasn't. That his internet issues were too annoying, and that the new router either hadn't arrived yet or didn't fix it. The simple answer is don't try reducing the number of walls you have to go through with your Wi-Fi. And try not to use 2.4 GHz. Or don't use 5 GHz for more than one wall. It's practically pointless over 5 meters. I mean, I do use Wi-Fi still. Just in a slightly more elaborate way. The repeater in the other room is basically right above the router. And that one connects to 5 GHz downwards. Well, I have a switch connected to that. A network switch. Not the other two types of switches. I have those two as well. I have myself and Nintendo console as well. Right, but I did. But yeah, I have there my server connected to that switch then, and then my PC as well. Also, technically, I use the 2.4 GHz signal of the repeater then to connect my laptop and my phone to the home network, but doesn't matter too much. I'd really like to get a sub 42 as my fastest lap.
Yellow flag in sector 2.
And there we have it.
Fastest lap of the race. Great job, man.
Hasn's holding in there. Oh fuck, that was... I cooked that corner. Kohai is in P4 now. Huh? He started behind Seoul. Was out qualified by Seoul. Akiyama in ARM, so it's definitely weird that he's climbed up this high. And yeah, Psycho have not pitted, so the Aston drivers are suffering horribly tonight. I mean, the car has 18 kilograms of weight, so they don't help with that. Oh fuck. Minus +3. That's happening. That's one of my slower laps now, but like on the other hand we have the other two are now fighting behind, so oh god, that was a terrible line. I'm still green now. Your new car seems to have turned into a project car. I hope the price was worth it. Oh wait, Asa's gone. Did she come into the pits? Get off sequence? No, she's in P7 now. Huh? Did she just lose it? Oh, for fucking sakes, Asa. You were running, you qualified P2, you were running so well. You came under slight pressure from Reska and then you die. And throw your race away. It's like you have the pace. You just need to tone it down a bit, sacrifice a bit of that pace. Well, you wouldn't be beating me quite. You could most certainly finish on the podium with ease. I mean, at least we have 2 silvers here tonight, not just 1. Class was definitely at risk for that. After Ekim has also dropped out of the series. That you satisfies the BMW gods and your totally not Bavarian car is finally gonna actually not combust into flames and break down again. Oh fuck. Well, that's not quite how you're supposed to take that corner. That's 3 seconds lost. I can't afford doing that again. Well, I can afford technically once more with the current gap. But yeah, game's coming soon. What is that again? Can't wait for the NVMe. Rescue behind clocks in 42.7. Okay, Hara's up to third now. Where's Isaac gone? Is everybody dying in this race? Is the track highly attrition all of a sudden? I think Isaac has pitted. Because I can't see him on the relative. Or on the standings. Guess he's completed his pit stop already. To get out of traffic, but like I just can't see him. There's 15 cars still in the race. So he must be here still. So it's behind Sulak, yeah. I don't know, race is getting for. I don't know, was she before that behind them? I don't think so. An entire house for a week. That sounds nice. Pretty roomy. Then yeah, let's ask when it was again. And you didn't answer me. Is it next weekend's Gamescom? ice continues to just melt. It's raining outside, so I can't quite open the windows fully to cool the room down. I really need finally a thermometer for my room so I know how hot it is for. Oh yeah, Isaac is right now coming out of the pits there. Oh, and the stop go 30. So to say his race is toast is an understatement. Oh, he rage quit. He completely rage quit there. I don't know what happened with him. I mean, something must have happened because he was just now in the pits and just coming out. He hadn't gone a lap down yet. And once he exited, he was obviously a lap down. And once he exited, he had stopped go 30. But yeah, something must have happened that threw him back first. Then he pitched like 2 laps later. And then suddenly... And he came out. I need to do a stop go 30 and just rage quit at that point. I don't know what happened before that. Because a pit stop is a minute on this circuit roughly. Probably a bit less. And lap time's sitting on 1 minute 40, so... He must have lost 40 seconds before that. Drive through? Possible. You can get track limits here. Could also be that he did his pit stop already and then had to do already a drive through for pit speeding and then now stop go 30. Because the other way around is impossible. Sucks for him a lot because he's... If I wasn't there, he would definitely be someone who could compete for race wins. He's as fast as Kyalami. You know, they're saying something. If not faster as Kyalami. But there's a lot of people who sort of fight around the same pace marker. Psycho, Kyalami, Asa, Isaac. They're all roughly the same pace. Depending on, you know, how the track falls, how their week has been. But the especially big factor is how they execute the race. And I did already say that Asa seems to continue to just be weak in execution. In just getting to the finish line. Isaac has been relatively good on this front. Kyalami has gotten excellent at that as well. But look... Excellent is still not quite as good as me, I would say. Ooh, we...
Car on the right. Clear on the right.
Isaac. Isaac Umbras. He had lost a lap apparently. Well, he came just out of the pits when I was driving by, so... He had his pit stop completed, but when he came out he got a stop go 30 and then he immediately disappeared from the relative. So it's very clear that he rage quit at that point. I can't blame him too much because he had already dropped down the order before he pitted, like 2 laps or so before that. He was already no longer visible in the standings that I can see, which going to go down to 8th. Right, but he was behind at least one AM driver, so it already sets the stage for it's not being good. And then coming out of the pits, he got hit with stop go 30. So that was just enough for him to call it quits. Understandable, so. No, August 21st, 25th. There was a sale at Lidl? Nah. Because we were talking about it, so I was like, oh, when is it? Considering, you know, you talked about your car breaking down still. Full second of face to slap. I mean, it's not like, it's nearby. I would need to also get myself accommodation. At this point, that's impossible, right? Also, I'm not sure if like I have exams that week. Probably do. So that's because it's not like my local anime con. Well, not anime cons. Local comic cat. That's like I think November, December. Well, like I can just take a train. I'm in 50 minutes there. Maybe there's no need for accommodation or anything. Probably gonna go this year both days. And likely alone. I think the last year with Jeff. Met Jeff for the first time in real life. Jeff from Team Iris. Long time friend. Yeah, being part of a group of people that very much made me feel completely fish out of water. Definitely would like to experience this maybe alone and take my time. Definitely have something I'll want to do again. Your room. Nah. There was a time where I was kind of interested in Gamescom. But honestly, like, is there that much of an appeal these days anymore to going to Gamescom? It's not like there aren't any games I'm interested in. And otherwise it's very crowded. Nice scenery on this map. If I say map, on this track. Still quite nice. Coming down the hill there. I see. I mean, honestly, in terms of cons that I would probably want to go to, it's Dokumi is probably further up than Gamescom. Probably something I quite would like to do. Just haven't gotten around to planning and like actually executing it, perhaps. There's no general plan. As somebody who can't figure out what I'm gonna do the next 2 days, planning ahead for half a year is just a stretch, to say the least. Alright, how much fuel do we actually need to get to the end of this point? Tire pressure seems to be alright. Just under 40 litres. Probably need to take a bit more than 40. I'm not that spontaneous, that's the thing. I do plan, but like also the inability to focus at times. And then the frustration of breaking my own plans. That's what hits harder, my own plans getting derailed. That's what hits me mentally always. Not keeping to my own plans. The odd thing is with me though, is that I do still, you know, sim racing is still by plan. You have an event, you have a time slot when an event happens. The thing is though, compared to, well, setting, okay, you're gonna do sports that day. Man, you don't need to head off the track that much. Sports that day for those hours is the ability to just, you know, I could do an hour later. Well, for racing, it's like, if you're not there at the start of the race, you're not gonna get to race. But it's still, I don't practice for my races oftentimes, I turn up late for my streams all the time. I'm just incapable of actually keeping a schedule. So yeah. Everybody seems to have pitted already. Should probably do so soon. Sim Racing Expo. Wasn't that relatively recently, or is that? There's also like for me, scheduling around semester break. You know, they should technically focus on studying, otherwise just getting thrown out. Get those grades up. And also the fact that like throughout my semester break all the exams are just peppered into it randomly. Truly, I don't really have that much of a break. The difference is that I don't have to constantly worry about assignments due. But yeah, sim race, I don't know. What I have definitely thought about perhaps going to is like undergoing 24 hours. Like something I would like to do maybe. Then again, I need to, you know, organize stuff like, I don't know. Some place to stay, camping maybe, I don't fucking know. It's scary not having done this before. You don't have a clue what you're doing, and but you also, like me, had this experience back at the end of last year that I specifically mentioned, where I felt very fish out of water in a group of people. It's not the group of people, it was just me for some reason not being able to integrate and just being too shy. I think my semester begins already at that point. Like I think it's the first week of lectures at that point. That's semi-important. And then again, it's like, it's not like around the corner for me, so I can't just, you know, take a train, be there, and then go home in the afternoon.
Mandatory stop is not clear. Come on, let's go.
This is speaking out for you. Why the introvert? It's not just speaking for me, but like it's like I hate this. It's like the thing is I'm fine with like, the amount of people sort of around. It's I might just not be able to, you know, work fine with a group of people I actually know. Being a part of that group. That might malfunction. Also is not cooperating. Rocking the table while he's operating. Yeah. But he is not driving that slow. I will be completely blunt. He's not blocking me.
Car on the right.
Man, he's still keeping on it. And he's giving me just enough room.
Clear on the right. Car on the right.
The best fight here in the entire race is with an AM driver. Who hasn't pitted yet. That's... Good job, man. Although I did waste both of us a bit of time, but I think both of us can afford that. Both of us are not really under pressure from our respective opponent in our class. And well managed. Nice. Because, yeah, the thing is with the championship, obviously Silver and Pro are tied up already. AM isn't quite. Except it is now. Also because...
Car on the left. Clear on the left.
That was kind of unnecessary, so... not so, sorry. God damn it. Soleil. You could have just completed the corner. Because it was really awkward to overtake you there. Oh, cool, has a drive-through. Oh boy. I think at least win this race, considering he's up against David Katze. Katze hasn't pitted yet. It's not his run or without a pit stop yet. Apparently I have 10 liters extra right now. Yeah, 21 minutes to go. Turning into a reliable password manager? What? Turning what into a reliable password manager? Me? I've been using Better Warden for quite a bit now. The only thing I have sort of like that probably needs improvement is keeping the 2FA recovery codes, because obviously you don't technically want to keep those in your password manager. Because the purpose of 2FA is to protect against, you know, to avoid one element being compromised resulting in the other element being compromised. And you can't compromise. So having the recovery codes in there is not a great idea.
Yellow flag is sector 1.
Especially because it makes pointless moving the 2FA into another app at all. You can just bypass it anyway with the recovery code. That's something I don't have quite a solution yet, because you need some sort of, you know, password protected vault for that. To store them in. And hopefully reliably enough stored. cons of people, you know. Well, at least one. The thing is, I had, you know, how many cat that was that? Was technically new out of the group, only one person. That was Jeff. No one else. And people were nice. I didn't hold anything against them. It's just I just felt completely fish out of water having to deal with a group of people. I'm too much of a load. This is a bit of a problem. The only collaboration I'm used to with people is like, you know, hey, have you solved this, you know, we need to submit our assignment in 15 minutes. Have you done this? It's like, no, okay, I have to fucking solve it now. Well, not quite 15 minutes, but you know, occasionally an all-nighter to solve that problem. You regularly don't even communicate. A lot is for instant message. Like, the only times you meet is the in-person exercise lessons. And then if there's the option to not do assignments in groups, I will oftentimes very much take that. Like one course this semester was technically, you need to do the assignments in groups too, but like, they didn't care that I submitted alone. They just stabbed it off without any further comment. So I just did it alone. It's the advantage that you do everything. Like you actually know and stuff. Ah man. My face is still melting. I mean, technically, back in the day, I went with my dad to Mason. Run the remote control cars and stuff. That's also like 15 years ago at this point. It's been a hot minute. I did go with my mom to like a sewing and quilting expo. Well, when was that? 2022, I think I went with her there. Because well, I had time, and she just grabbed me to drive her there. I regularly get the driving duties because my brother just isn't pushing forward to finish his driving license finally, and my mother is like, well, just drive me. She operates a passenger princess regularly. Anyway, I guess I get to drive cool cars occasionally. And get some mileage, even though I don't own a car myself. Just think. I remember that car a bit because I was, you know, left alone in the food area a bit, and not too much for me to do. It was relatively small anyway. Like, we later on walked all over the place and like looked at what was being presented. Things that are being presented, not just the things being sold. But yeah, when I was there, I did just check my phone and saw like an email from YouTube that my stream that I had done the other day had been taken down for deceptive practices. That was my that was me streaming AMS2 and I think ACC as well at the same stream. It started with an AMS2 stream where I drove a Formula 1 race. Well, part of it. I retired early in it. And then drove the other race. And guess what got me there is because I put into the description that I retired early in the Formula 1 race. And YouTube immediately flagged the entire video as being a early retirement scam, and it's like, yeah, okay, that's fine. Yeah, I rewrote it as DNF, and then it stopped being a problem, and stopped flagging the video. Hopefully, it doesn't flag, you know, this stream down. It was forced private, effectively. But I was relisted once I changed the wording down there in the description. Stay up all night. I was up when you fall asleep in lessons. It been there, then it's already. I mean, I have this issue right now, despite actually sleeping reasonably well. I went to bed early, but like I still get utterly, well, not that early, but like midnight, and then wake up at like 9 AM. And then I just pass out in the middle of the day, and it's like, what the hell is happening? I was at like 3 PM and we'll need another nap in the morning after the breakfast. Like, it's really weird. That sort of issue started way early on. I mean, heck, I do remember on playing Star Wars The Old Republic with a friend of mine back in high school. After I'd gone free to play the game. And we were playing on Fridays and I was passing out. Literally. I was playing the healer, so like. But it definitely became an issue where I sort of started blinking out, and like, this is still something that can happen to me easily these days. But you hit starting to blink out at 2-3 AM. It's a bit much. And goddammit, you need to get up for school at like 6:30 in the morning. Like that's something. Yeah, I guess. I think it's just a tiny bit less than I need in terms of sleep as well. And then I wake up before I need to wake up. This has been an actual problem quite a bit. Like, I'm definitely awake before my alarm goes off. Which, you know, has its advantages, right? But, like, it's also like... eh. Like, I would have probably needed that extra sleep, thank you very much. My body's like, nope. Oh, fuck. Yeah, that was totally planned, a reverse entry into that corner. Just flexing on the AM drivers here. Yeah, Kohai is still leading Silver, although he is behind the AM leader. Oh, well. But yeah, I've always had it that, like, I do regularly during the night to wake up, turn around, and then fall back asleep. Like, that's not unusual for me. I've had also occasionally issues where, like, I sleep for like 2 hours, then can't sleep for like the rest of the night, then fall asleep for another 2 hours just before my alarm goes off. It's like, that's great. Although I'm then mostly fine the next morning, so that's cool. I need to check what times I was doing back in... I think I'm definitely going faster than I was back in end of last year when we ran here in the Tracklicious Endurance Cup and when I drove here in VTracc. Because, well, technically VGT at that point still. It was round 2 of Season 8. In my utterly dominant season, not quite as dominant as this one though, but I ended up winning, not winning this race. Amelia Anderson won this one. Although infamously the McLaren Bob was not particularly great on this track back then. And BOP was not such a thing yet. That's Lexus, I think. Because the sound was quite V80. I need to finally fix embeds for my blog. Need to figure out how to get that done. Probably I need to add a robots.txt to my server. That might help, but it might also be that like just DuckDNS addresses just can't be scraped by Discord for embeds. That could also be the case. I wouldn't blame them too much, but it sucks still. Wow! There was a track limit warning, number 1. Yeah, that corner is definitely evil for that. It's interesting that I never had any issues during qualifying and the entire race till now. But yeah, for the race it's especially evil because the mini split is right in the middle of the curb still, so if you run wide, you don't really have any time to slow down and avoid getting a penalty. Okay. But yeah, risk absolutely not pushing any more left points. That Mustang closed in quite a bit there on the braking on me. Oh, come on. Radeon seems to not want to cooperate now. Oh, Mustang is sort of staying right down with me. It's a bit spooky. I'm only 4/10 of my own best time this stint, although that's about 6/10 of my best in general. Yeah, most of the season has been like an evening, morning or night session, so didn't really have any day sessions, which means the temperatures had been relatively low in general. Even for this race tonight here, that was the wrong thing I flicked. Yeah, 24 seat. I thought we had a few more laps, but I guess this is a fun one. It's not a sentence I hear too often. I do say as I've like won so many races in recent months. Then again, I don't hear it's Tuesdays at all because I'm not fast enough at winning Tuesdays. And sometimes you don't hear it because it's technically a bit too close. So it doesn't let you hear it. I'd hope NASA might win this race. He had made quite a lot of improvements, but just had gotten quite unlucky in some of the recent races. Let's keep this fight going in front. I will back out. I don't have anything to win. I'm getting involved in this fight here. Guts still behind me now. caught up a lot. If he wants to get by me, he needs to flash me. That's all I ask for. I don't think there's gonna be any changes for position.
P1, excellent job. Water race.
I am. There was no real pressure throughout the entire race on me, but man, am I still exhausted. And I still made a mistake in this entire race. A massive one, that. Which, if it had happened a few laps earlier, I could have easily, you know, gotten me. And there he is, Mr. Kyosa. Yeah, the flash on the Porsche is quite aggressive. He has not driven at all this season, but a valiant effort to show that he's still quite fast. It's just, man, I'm unstoppable at this Porsche. It does definitely ask a question of what I do next season. Yeah, I don't know, probably there will be another season of VTracc. Even though the attendance wasn't great here tonight. Yeah. But still more than, like, I think more than a lot of other rounds this season. Hasn't been great. Oh yeah, Tatiana complaining to finish last again. You're just god awfully slow. That's what I say. Oh, Nelson got really close there to actually getting the position of Okami. So there was still some changes for position there. So it was a very wise decision from me to, you know, not get involved in the fight.
Green light. Go, go, go.
Let's get rid of these gloves. Yeah, we're complaining about that. We're gonna check the replay now and see what happened in the race. Although I kind of wanna. The thing is, I probably need to order new facial interfaces again, because I have the same. All my facial interfaces have failed the same way, the precise same way, and that is. Well, I can demonstrate it actually. Let me just remove half of the. Well, I can't really demonstrate because I have it on my head. Although I can technically grab one of the other ones. Well, let me just briefly do that. I'll grab another facial interface and demonstrate this. What has failed on them every single fucking time. Let's let the replay. Pause it. I'm using technically one of the failed ones now as a fallback. But it feels a lot better on my face now. So, wait, there's this. So, let me showcase it briefly. Hold on. Even though this one is quite badly failed. Right. So the issue is. Let me demonstrate here. Although it's quite. Well, it's a bit dark, that's kind of the problem. It's very dark. It's very difficult to demonstrate what's the problem here. It's just too dark. Can't see anything at all. But yeah, what is effectively happening, to just explain it as a prop then, is the interface here has obviously some sort of fabric over it, and then some foam cushioning inside, and the foam is glued to the plastic, and the fabric goes around. Well, the fabric is effectively ripped, sort of, and like just it's falling off. So it's open. That's what I'm dragging out here. So you see the foam here, although you can't see it because everything is black, basically. But yeah, but the problem is that you have then the cheek push up and push the foam out, effectively. And like they all failed specifically first on the right side, then later they start failing also on the left side here. This one was also failing on the left. So that's quite annoying. And this is now my third facial interface that has failed like this. Although they do sell them for $40 for 2 of them. And they last me about, well, it's not 2024. I bought my index back in 2020. So 3 interfaces lasted to me now. Not a lot. That's for sure. There's obviously other companies that make other different alternatives. People obviously swear by those gaskets with leather on them instead of just this normal fabric. I kind of like the ability of soak up some of my sweat, so it doesn't just flow all of it into my face. But that's, I guess, some personal preference. Because it does get disgusting sometimes. But maybe I just buy an alternative one instead of, Valve directly from Valve, no set. Or maybe I look into fixing these finally. Because I mean, even though they lasted me now about 2, 3, 4. Yeah, it's like 4 years, so it's not like, it's just over a year for each of them. So that's not great. I mean, I'm on the second cable of the headset. I just replaced that back in, gosh, that was early 2023, yeah, right. I started having issues end of 2022 and then replaced it into in January 2023 before the 24 hours of Daytona that I ran. That's when I replaced it. Well, let me just briefly check how many hours do I have in SteamVR right now. Not purely with this headset to consider, but like, I think maybe 1,000 hours is not this headset. But I do have, where's my SteamVR numbers? It's recently played. SteamVR here, total playtime 7,500 hours. So I've put about 6,000 hours from my index. I can't really complain about it too much. There's definitely some plastic parts that could have been designed on this headset better than they are. The issue with Index's frail, history is just they are specifically used by people who do play a bit too much VR. But I still love my Index. I truly love this thing. Works great. Right. So let's see, how did the start go here? Let's maybe watch it from Resca's perspective. That's gives a vaguely decent idea of how the start went here. What's this character actually in general? Because they did for some time have like different characters on there. I know they had what's her name again? God. Nina is, I think, the first name of this new Sangji Liver. When she graduated, she's now Matra Khan. So I do know her We showed your handle. Or Reska going here for the grass pass. But yeah, because and I think they had also Blue Archive characters at one point on there, but I'm pretty sure that what they currently have on the car is not a Blue Archive character. And I think it's also here on, yeah, on the rev-up cars. Although again, I haven't updated livery in a bit. What were the results in the end here? Psycho finishing 3rd. Chiara 4th. Asa in 5th. Chiara in P6 in front of Kohai by only half a second. Katze finishing a lap down, although he would have been effectively, what is that? A good 30 seconds I think down to Kohai. DJ and P2 of the AM class. Soleil, Saints, Okami, Naza. They nearly got lapped twice, all of them. Is here another pass here for P2? P3. Sorry. No, it's P3 to fight. Oh yeah, there goes Isaac, a bit wide. Gets obviously schluckt, as you call it in German. And Isaac gets also attacked by Psycho. Not quite. Let's see what happens here. Oh boy, that's a bit wide. Does have the next lap very slow, so I guess something happens there. But I'm pretty sure these two fight before that also with each other, so let's see what happened there. Let's see if these two have had some interesting run-ins with each other. First shit hit the fan. There's my Porsche disappearing into the distance. There's some cute little fins in the back there. The sides. I don't know if you can see them. If you understand what I'm even talking about. Quickly from the rear bumper to the there's like extended bodywork bits. Yeah, they're in between a small fin. Looks quite cute in yellow at least. Yeah, I think in blue it doesn't jump out as much because we colored the support beam here. Oh, of course, he I don't know what he did there technically. Because it's stock. There's Tatiana here. I don't quite get why Tatiana decided to swap over to the Ferrari from the M4. Although I think Tatiana didn't have the DLC before, and so probably bought the DLC and wanted to change cars then. But still, it's like the M4 is a pretty decent car. Although actually no, Tatiana wasn't in the M4. Tatiana was in the Tatiana was in the Mustang. Right, I remember. Right. Oh yeah, I lost track what happened to her. Because I got sidetracked by everything else. God damn it. And you think we've just figured out what happened. Which we're used to. because I got busy looking at liveries right before the incident happened. Because I switched it off them right when they were traveling down the straightaway. A bit silly at times. Oh boy, race is going a bit close there. Maybe sort of spoiled what that already happens. And there goes Massa. She just got Volkswagen there. Funnily enough, I've drove the Evo 1 Audi. I think it was the Evo 1 Audi. Not Audi, sorry. I think also the Evo 2 Audi around the circuit, but I drove the Evo 1 Lambo on the circuit. Because specifically I was like, I had experience a bit with the Evo. I tried the Evo 1 Audi before and like it didn't quite work too well. It had some issues. It's just the rear is so unstable on the Audi. But then I do so like I tried the Lambo a bit around Nürburgring at the time. It's like, yeah, this is a lot more stable. And then I drove it here for I think a 90-minute race, 72-minute race, something like that. It wasn't quite as stable, but like my biggest issue in that race was I had put brake ducts at 1.1 to get the tire temps up because it was very cold. And guess what happened there? My brakes cooked themselves effectively the entire race. I didn't have a brake failure, but like, man, didn't have much braking performance in general. It's like it wasn't great. They didn't die, but like they definitely were yelling in pain the entire way. Oh yeah, we've already lost Isaac at this point. There's Kohaya, Psycho Kaiser, DJ, Umbers. Yeah, he's already back here. So something happened already way early on lap 5 just for example. Because that lap seems to be a little long. So way before Asa basically died. And for her race mostly away. So then we finished 5th in the end. Isaac already ended his race basically. Like, I do not trust people who say they like the circuits. Oh yeah, okay. He dipped the wheel going into this corner. Oh boy, Kyria! That was close! I came around the corner and like, noticed a bit late that there was a car standing there. Let's look at that from Kyria's perspective. Quite literally, let's try to get his camera perspective. That he runs. Where is it? Come on, I can't get it for some reason. Ah, for fuck's sakes, I can't get the funny top camera that he uses. I only get the bumper cam. I don't get his roof cam. I mean, I could stand up technically to get it. And I guess we just look at it from the cockpit perspective, which is... I mean, you can see him sort of spinning out already. In front. Yeah, you can see that there's a car dying already. No point. That would be fun to look at the board. I'm pretty sure he noticed it a bit earlier, but like the problem he ran into here was... When he came around here, it's like, where do I go? Where do I go from here? It's like, this car's like, sort of, kind of stuck in the middle of the road. Where can I drive? The last moment you realize, oh yeah, I need to actually fucking avoid this car. Like, just go anywhere. Anything is an option. Oh, and you have to wait for the entire field to pass now. That's the reason why to disappear of my relative. But not quite the entire field, which is why I didn't see him on the other end of the relative, because Tatyama, Nasa, Okami, and Saints always still behind him. At this point, right? So let's look what this is. Comes into the pits here. Now, having been quite a bit behind everyone here. So the pits here. So what speed does he enter with? Yeah, that's a bit of overspeed. He's basically over the mark at this point, and it's 74 kilometers an hour. Yeah, that's just... that will get you. This pit entry is just... it can be pure pain. So he stops, does his pit stop. Which is why I definitely saw him do his pit stop, because you can... well, see me here come up and see then on the relative that he's jumps off the jacks and just... yeah. Rolls over the pit exit line. Here's me coming by. And then he's just like... no, we're not doing this anymore. That answers that question. Well, Koi definitely had a moment there. I mean, I had my moment for that corner. It wasn't way more safe than mine. What was mine for that corner? It's a bit difficult. My laptop, they're like not so significantly longer than each other. Okay, this is it. Found it finally. But effectively, I just about clipped. Oh, yeah, I mean, I fully went over it on the inside wheel and then just bottom off the left side suspension. And got nearly sent to shatter up. It would have been funny if that was caught on the official broadcast. If we had one. I think we should have had one. Because it was definitely scheduled. Thing is with Tatjama has scored a class win even. In Laguna Seca last season. First round, second race. Because there were 2 races per round. But yeah, there Tatjama scored actually a class win. So it's capable of winning, especially with a good strategy there of not changing tires. That was just staying on the same tire set. That was a wise decision there. I didn't do it in that race because everybody else had already pitted onto dry tire, so I decided to just go, okay, I'm gonna take that strategy. Except, in some ways, some have not done it, like confusingly, Kiara messed that up because Kiara was going for that strategy, but then also took fuel still in the race, like... yeah, I mean, it wasn't the first race for Kiara. He had raced back in Season 0 bits. That was the season where he became Silver Champion, so... 6 are glad that he stayed in Silver class for the rest of the season. I do maybe need to consider to swap to slow account just to let people catch up. Rather than again next season. It is a consideration for me to swap over obviously to VTracc GT Free Cup, similar to ISA. I swapped also over to that one. A lot of people obviously cross-compete in both. I'm not quite willing to do both. I prefer to do one of the two. It's... yeah. I think the problem with the VTracc GT Cup is that it still runs on the bad time slot, so it's like... but we have to generally see where, what time slots everything gets and stuff. What I commit to in the end. Yeah, I definitely would like to defend a championship in VTracc. Well, I think they had been back-to-back champions for family before. I was just too much of an unstoppable force, though. And it's saying something. During ice, and just completely iced me last season. And then proceeded to swap to the car that I drove in the beginning of the season to just flex on me further. Although I don't think he did that on purpose. Maybe he did because, you know, it was like, oh, this is an interesting car this guy's driving. Maybe I want to try that as well. That's probably the better reasoning. Not just to, you know, put salt in my wounds. I don't think he's like that. But I don't know. Doesn't matter. I can't do more insulting things than that. Is anything else really happened this race? Oh yeah, the final lap fight between the AM drivers. That's vaguely interesting. Because I am behind you now. It lifted off the brakes there before being done with braking. They stayed connected for the race. Oh boy! I'm already tearing the lines apart. Yeah, it's like brakes in the middle of the circuit. Completely misses the apex to an extent that like we can lay out multiple door on the Explorers to towards the apex. They're just missing a bit of exit speed. Yeah, what happens to Ferrari so far back? Oh boy, he's a lot of understeer there. So he's the fun lap there, probably. Just driving a bit slow. Generally, just the problem is I'm terrible at advising people, and it's like, but like something I've definitely noticed. Oh yeah, okay, we just nearly threw the car off the circuit there, and then they do an AM moment of nearly crashing into each other like fucking idiots. That was completely unnecessary. That was the wrong move. Also, that was the wrong move. Especially because you could have gassed him here. Right. Oh, yeah, the replay, it's precisely when he crosses the line because then everybody's finished. But like, the mistake is that you lost all the momentum by going on the attack here on the inside. You follow him through the corner. Maybe you give him a bit of room to don't attack him there. And break into this corner. Stamp on the throttle. Which you didn't do because you fucking turned too far. Like, I mean, okay, he's messing the corner up, but like, open the steering already, Christ! It's like, yes, I'm picking AM drivers right now apart. But there was 2 tenths between these two for position. Come on. We're so close. Yeah, I saw what happened to you. Well, the one incident that cost you P2. I don't know if you had more. Where you went Spinella. Where you got Volkswagen here. the authentic VW experience. Be that in the Audi R8. Or the Lamborghini. Lamborghini. Whatever you want to call it. They both at some point will just decide to no, and the Radeon will depart you. And the funny thing is, I say it's the Volkswagen moment, and then I drove the Porsche. Yeah, it's sort of the thing is, right. You first drive the Lambo, because I've driven actually the Evo 1 on the circuit. So I spoke about it. I drove the Evo 1 once on the circuit for probably 2 or 3 years at this point ago, and my biggest issue there was I had brake ducts at 1 and completely cooked the brakes for the entire race, so that was fun. But besides that, the car still was like weirdly unstable, similar to the Audi. I mean, both have the same engines and they're very similar platform-wise, but they aren't quite the same. The Audi is a bit more unstable, and the Lambo doesn't seem to have this instability at first till you start driving it for more than 10 minutes, and then you notice it having the same fucking problems, just slightly sneakier. I mean, the Porsche can also spin that like that, but like you. I mean, I had a massive sideways moment, I think 2 laps before the end. Did this go on, or was it? When was it? I nearly cooked the corner completely. It's a couple laps before the end of the race. When did it happen? Oh yeah, here. Me here going sideways. Yeah, it was very impressive when you suddenly jumped to P2. Yeah, and it's this. I did say I wanna run perhaps some numbers when we have the results in, to see how the championship would have played out without moving classes around. But like what from brief looking is very much clear is that like I think you would have taken every single fastest lap in silver, every single one. As a qualified, always in pole. It's and then you do stuff like put the car to the P2 again. It's just it falls apart in the execution. I mean, you weren't the only one who fell apart in the execution tonight. Isaac had a similar mistake early on in the race, and that made him fall out of the entire competition basically. Where is he? There he is. A mistake happens. Yeah, he dipped the wheel here into the grass approaching this corner, and that just... How was him gone? He was lucky not to be hit by KR coming around the corner, yeah? But obviously had to wait for literally everyone to go by, so that was just... Scan... Well, he didn't leave by lap 4, he lost it there, obviously in lap 4. He did leave after, on lap 12, after coming out of the pits with a stop-go 30. Because I went by, I saw him get the stop-go 30 assigned for pit speeding. And you could see him just pull to a stop and retire. Because he came in with about... Oh, it's a bit too far. I don't have the timing right. Right, that's roughly on the sign. 74 kilometers. So, yeah, that sucks. I've done the same thing on this track. The fucking pit entry sucks. I do not trust anyone who claims they like the circuit. Again, I was utterly dominant in a season where well, my favorite tracks on the calendar were Paul Ricard and And Red Bull Ring, which is saying something for the fucking calendar if these are my favorite tracks. Because I'm Paul Ricard hates sort of, but like I also kind of like Paul Ricard. I will be honest. It's like it sucks just as a Formula 1 venue because everything looks the fucking same, but like driving it is alright. There's some alright corners. Sector 1's Mickey Mouse section is okay, even a GT car. It's not great, but like it's okay. The final few corners on the track are really nice. I really like them. I did you right there because it's, the first word is covered up again, so that's fun. You love Kyalami. Again, I'm trusting anyone who says that. Because the track seems to have bitten everybody who I think said it. Because I think Isaac said he liked this track as well. It utterly backfired on him as well. I think the only ones that didn't claim they liked the circuit is Sainz and Okami. They definitely said they don't like the circuit since... they had a very Bagu race. To sum that up. We were missing the newcomer from Bagu. I guess he decided that his internet was too unstable. And G-Fox would have probably been the slowest driver in the entire field. Because he didn't really get anything faster than a 46, 47. And probably on consistency would have done more like 48s to 50s. He just doesn't have the pace. Quite. Although, I mean, Tateyama wasn't particularly fast either. I didn't have lap time numbers here, but like they for sure weren't good. And it's very frustrating race for him. I think. It's continuing on the trend of just being... Yeah, 48 here. Let's take some more samples. I think that's an outlap here. $47. That's an actual outlap. 53. There's some mistakes in there as well. 47. It's not awful. Like about as fast as I would have said G-Fox is probably gonna run. So yeah, that's roughly what I would have expected G-Fox in terms of lap times. Upshifting way to... Oh yeah, Jesus. I didn't even notice, I wasn't even paying attention, I was just looking at the timing. Because the time would disappear as soon as they crossed the start-finish line. Like, we can probably pick the entire driving clean. The G-Fox also does that. He also upshifts way too early. It's also something I noticed with him. Yeah, 46 here. Probably 47 in the end. Yeah, like, the first green light barely comes on. If we can look at one lap here. Just get an idea. And obviously driving on controller. Completely overcooked turn 1, I guess. Although it did brake at the usual spot, and yeah, that's why there was a 53, because waiting for someone that came out of the pits there. Yeah, like it's the 100-meter marker roughly where we all broke. Maybe not fully on the brakes, I don't know. That just doesn't quite add up. This 100-meter mark is roughly what I was doing. But obviously waiting at the side of the track to let other people by is not gonna, you know, help you to finish not last. And then forgetting to, you know, corner is also not gonna help you. Like, you just... Look, just... You did one input, but like then you just like forgot to continue doing this. And it's like something I spotted with G-Fox as well. Like he's just Like, he sometimes just loses focus, and he doesn't do any inputs for like a couple seconds. I mean, he generally seems to be so autistic, he can't really focus on anything. He can focus only on one thing at a time. And that focus will stay for about 3 seconds, and then he might continue for another 3 seconds, or switch to another object. A bit higher revs here in terms of the shifts. Letting the car by in the middle of this corner is great. That's fun for everyone involved. Cutting the corner here nearly. Early upshift. Well, the cornering is alright, I guess. The S section was relatively well taken. I think in some ways just driving a bit too slow. But the revs are definitely not helping to upshift this early. I don't know why. I guess maybe not driving out of cockpit perspective and using some sort of other RPM marker. Definitely an issue with braking too late at times. Brake performance seems to just not be there. Maybe he has funny settings for the controller brakes. Although I don't know why you would do that. You definitely want to be able to max out your brakes. And with the ABS, I mean, it does help being able to trail brake for sure. Yeah, I don't. The problem again of like, can you corporate ask you to tell the difference between these two pictures, and they're too similar for me to actually find where there's like 5 seconds per lap lost. Like, there's clearly 5 seconds being lost, but like I can't put the finger down completely on what it is. I can just say it feels slow. It doesn't help anyone. It doesn't help anyone to say you need to push a bit harder. I mean, that's a missed apex though. I'm not driving perfect either. Yeah, there's some room left on the table on the left there. Feeling throttle very early there. Oh, only 33, 25? Yes, for sure. We're gonna just briefly watch the lap from here. Yeah, I'm gonna grab that in a moment. Well, I have the full brief price, so it's like not hard for me to grab anything. Yeah, I don't feel like there's anything special. Just a well executed lap here. There's a 42. Not my fastest by any stretch, so. Where's our Nyampire here? Okay. 33.25. Okay. So. 33.12 here. There's Okami going through the Cania, making space. Oh boy. Yeah, it's just. You weren't quite clear of him, but it's difficult to judge that with the lines coming into you. I mean, it's nothing, but it's gonna get in a fade anyway. No one's gonna care about this. Like, even if you were in a straight lake, no one would fucking dare to incident point this one at all. This is not worth any fucking thing. Like, you didn't see him even on the radar till just before contact. There's no chance for you to see him. We can demonstrate this briefly out of the cockpit. Even. I mean, visibility in this car is not great, to say the least. You would have to literally look behind you to see him, and it's like, you know, your actual looking point through this corner is like, you brake, you turn in, and then you look forward and maybe check your mirror, and then suddenly the car collides. It's annoying. It's just... Obviously you should pay attention to these situations and avoid happening, because... Not because you could get penalized, but because, well, the AM driver could be a few meters further forward and then you spin yourself over him. And then that's your race done. That's unnecessary to die that way. And you sort of have to occasionally calculate for stupidity like this. Because he wanted to let you by, he kind of messed it up slightly. And ended up in this position. And you sometimes just have to work with that. It wasn't... I think right after my... Well, right after my pit stop I had an interesting fight here with Sul Akiara. So the leader of the AM class hasn't pitted yet, so overall was now the lead of the race. Overall lead of the race now. Although he didn't get to lead a lap because, you know, I was still the lead when I came out of the pits and I would overtake him before the end of the lap, so... Yeah, he definitely is no longer an AM driver at this point. Because he didn't make it easy for me to overtake, but it's not like he was blocking me or anything. I mean, I had 10 seconds to the next car behind. It was like his only mistake he made. Now we're going side by side down the hill. And he had a fast exit. It's giving me just enough room. Well, he was a bit wide there and nearly sent himself into a shower arm. Didn't see that originally, but like, well managed. Really well managed considering. Oftentimes you have AM drivers go side by side into a 90-degree corner and not being able to figure out how not to crash into each other. But what I was more referring to was me and Soleil. Because Soleil decided to, because not actually for position this time, actually lapping, to let me by through here. And well, that was awkward. Although it felt more awkward because it's just... Even though it was mainly on the main racing line, it's just my car washed out so hard on that corner. Had so much outwash that it made it nearly close. It really didn't even get that close. Although, yeah, I mean, she did close up quite a bit. But it definitely didn't get quite as close as other incidents. So that wraps that up. But you did say night already, so... I think I've looked at everything that was ever happened in this race. I've even now looked at the interesting fight I had with Soul. So that makes everything. And that's such enough. Yeah, we looked at that one already. So, well then. I think it's time to call it a night now. Maybe a bit earlier so I don't get so tired in the evening anymore. There's obviously the 24-hour race next week. Connect, and there goes the reconnects. So we should be back again. Yes, we are back again. It took just, in this case, quite a long time, because we dropped about 1,000 frames there before it disconnected and reconnected. But it did happen, and it did work. So I guess we will take that. So. Voila. I might join you soon. Oh, is that a threat for the next season of VTracc? I was thinking of joining you in Track GT. Perhaps, but like... I don't know, it's like... I think the problem will be with time slot if I wanted to do Track GT, because Track GT still runs in the other time slot. And I don't like that time slot. I will continue not liking that time slot. I mean, I tied up championship last week anyway, but like, it's 2 weeks ago, but like this doesn't make it that like I have won 6 races straight, and that's something still. This is really stressful. Yeah, that's also been the thing. I don't want to quite do the double. I also kind of want to, you know, do title defense. But also, it's like, if I wanted to do Track GT similar to what ISO did, then it's a question of what time slot each series is running in. And if we have another season of VTracc, probably we have at least 10. We had 15 cars on the grid today. It might not be quite a big grid, but like we probably have another season at least, one more, before this series falls for good. Yeah, it's bull. I think the thing is that I mean 100% no one has done before, but like Emilia did like definitely won like a lot of races in one of the seasons that she won. Besides one round at Misano, I think in one of the seasons. I do think X-Ring is incoming. X-Ring? I don't know what you're talking about there. Also, maybe the heat match finally slowed me down. Like, God, I wasn't pushing at all throughout the race, but like, I'm still fucking cooked. Heck, I was cooked after qualifying. I have just physically done quite a bit from driving. Oh, is this Hurricane's team? Is that X-Ring? Or is that... I thought it had a different name, but I'm like terrible at remembering names anyway, so it's like... It might be them. I know that... Okay, then that's also the team where... Rainer is part of. It sucks a bit that we had 2 drivers that wanted to run this season, but like they didn't run a race. With Rainer and G-Fox, both of them not turning up today. I mean, Rainer didn't sign up fully, but like G-Fox then in the end didn't turn up. I think they rebranded at least more than one time. I mean, I am aware of them. A bit, but like not that much. If they enter again, like yeah, we need a pro class and we need an alien class. I'm not saying that I don't need to be put in the alien class. I probably need to, but like, but we need to sort of protect Psycho, Kirihara, Isaac. They do belong in pro, but I'm not sure they belong with the aliens. That's a funny situation. It will be interesting when the next season starts. A class. It's like the future's now old, man. It's like yeah, Psycho has been around for a long time as well. I mean, the thing is, I do drive in I do drive Tuesdays now with the pseudo racing league in the GT3 class. Last season, I drove with them in I drove GT4, so like I did have tough competition by one other driver because there were 3 cars at most entered every round. We had an average probably of like 3 cars per round, something like that. In GT4, it was horrific. So GT4 the class got dropped. They will be back into signing up in the GT3, so then I have a 4th place and a 3rd place finish, which is still quite impressive, but like fuck me off, the winners and the others like really fucking fast. But I think also my Porsche is helping me a lot, because I think the BOP on the Porsche is slightly favorable because no one really drives it. So I get slightly favorable BOP. Not by much, but it's just enough to make a bit of a difference. And then again, I overcome the problem of it being, you know, a Porsche. So I do think it's somewhat fair. I do think I will continue with it, because I quite like it. Okay, insert loot scene. I do need to finally finish delivery, right? I had plans for what I wanted to do with delivery before round 1 of this season, and then Internet, what are you doing right now? Oh hey, it seems I'm back. This time around I didn't have to suffer a full disconnect and reconnect. But I did lose some 600 frames, so 10 seconds of video lost again. I don't know, it wasn't happening during the race. It's sure shit happening right now. I don't care, I want to wrap up at this point. I had to swap up a facial interface after the race. We shall see what once the schedule arrives, what I will do. I'll see the schedule, when the races are, what the time slots are, and then I will see what I do. This is a relatively fair thing. I'm going to be your nag screen to your total commander. What? Elaborate, please. I have no clue what you're talking about. I think I have half a clue with, like, what do you mean with total commander? Do you mean it's like file management software? The likelihood of everything in your house being broken. So again, delete the very high, delete the edge icon, how do I internet? At one side of the how much do you know about technology graph being a peak, and then it goes down, and it goes back up of when at the other side where the fan on my Raspberry Pi Pro causing it to overheat and turn off, breaking the pie hole in our home internet while my wife was working. Now I have to sleep on the couch. You to make a livery. Okay, that's that's fair. It isn't the first Porsche that I in the end didn't make a livery for. Although for the Pseudo Championship I can still make a livery. There's still like 8 rounds remaining for that one for the season. So we're gonna get behind that one. I just have certain ambitions for it that I still haven't quite fulfilled. Still have plans for this thing. I mean, in the end I didn't even make a I didn't make an NSX livery either that would be a Team Iris NSX. I in the end ran only 2 tribute liveries for Pomo and Dokibert. So that's funny. That ended up being a thing. I technically probably need to talk with Vasa if I need to now make the Blauhai livery for the 24-hour race next week, or if she's gonna do it, or if we end up anyway running the fucking Cuddy livery with which I qualified last week. So We did say, though, to the team that, like, maybe we're not running this one. The blow high is probably a bit funnier. It might be actually a meme people get compared to the Kyalami one, which most don't. And those that do might not like it then anymore. Yeah, the ooh livery. Its file name is literally ooh. So that's the extra fun part. But I did have it uploaded on Awesome Sim Racing, so I added it easily to the livery collection. I don't know if I can actually remove it anymore, so everybody downloads the livery technically now. Everybody just downloads the livery set. It's still wild to me that like VTracc hasn't adopted Awesome Sim Racing for liveries. It's a bit annoying that we still have to upload that to Google Drive folders, but not the end of the world. I also finally cleaned my Google Drive folder this week because I noticed it was at 87% for Christ. I downloaded everything that was in the dump and in the in my dump folder, which had a bunch of uploaded replays. For when I was stewarding, I downloaded archives, the archive folder that contained a lot of spreadsheets, especially, and like some zip files from liveries and like stuff like that I had on there. Downloaded it, deleted it off it. It has now, it's 15 gigabytes. I think there's now 2 gigabytes used. I cleaned out a shit ton of space on there. Yeah, the thing is, one of the files Google Drive claimed that would it was 370 megabytes, but for some reason Google Drive said it is taking up 1.89 gigabytes. It's like, huh? The thing is 340 megabytes large. How the fuck are you claiming it's so large? Like, how is the math adding up? And even when I deleted the files, cleaned the recycling bin, it was still saying, oh, you have 87% used. I'm like, huh? So I went into Arcade and clean up space for me. And it said, it's just to empty the trash bin. I'm like, but like, it's empty. It's like, oh, there's a bunch of files still in the trash bin. It's like, but they were in the folders that I deleted. So why are they still here? I guess delete them again. And then finally cleaned it up. Yeah, so it's finally empty. And I don't have particularly plans to upload anything that isn't, spreadsheets onto there. Which don't take up any space. It's just you have to sort of like store stuff occasionally on there, and it's just kind of annoying. It's like I don't need to upload anything right now anymore. I'm not using it for data storage. It will be fine for the next few years, probably. Without me touching, it's just, the risk of this going full and then me not receiving emails is kind of like something. There's a bit of a problem. Right. But yeah, I don't know. We will probably be, we will be back on Tuesday for Sudo. Then we will be probably back for, on Wednesday for, get off your proton count. I have to look into that. Right, I will be back on Tuesday for Sudo. I will be back on Wednesday for Metro. I'm definitely planning to make this finally a weekly series. And then we will be Saturday, Sunday for the 24 hours of Nürburgring Nordschleife. With Team Mofu. Let's finally do a Nordschleife 24. It's taken me quite a few months since the DLC release to finally run one. We're gonna do it. Yes, we're gonna play Metro. We finished Metro 2033. That's the plan for Wednesday. I'm pretty sure I can do it then. And then we can move probably next week onto Last Light. Will be fun, right? Okay then. Good night. Bye bye. Don't forget Last Night Redux next to this. Yeah, I have only I do have from 2033 the non-Redux version. I do have the non-Redux, but like I'm playing obviously Redux. I'm playing from Last Light obviously Redux as well. I only have that one. And then I have, obviously, Exodus in the Enhanced Edition. Which is technically my plan to stream Enhanced Edition. But it's also like, I have played through the game before. I've played through all the 3 of them. I'm not going blind into them, that this is not blind playthroughs with them. Although it's been... With the first 2, it's definitely been like a couple of years since I last played them. Alright, let me check. When was the last time I played Last Light? Because I do have a clue for that. Where's my Metro folder? Why is it? And there's so much stuff in here. Oh yeah, here it is. Oh yeah, there's a complete edition from Last Light as well. Which I've never installed. I don't know if that's different from the Redux. Probably this is a different edition from the Redux, right? This is probably the original. Similar to 2033. But yeah, I've played, last played for Redux is, for Last Light Redux is 2018. So it's been 6 years for that one. Oh yeah, and you can't buy complete edition anymore, so I guess that's the original as well. Definitely didn't buy them, but like I own them now, I guess. Both 2033 and Last Light. But yeah, I'm planning to do Enhanced Edition for Exodus, but like I don't know if my PC will handle that. Yeah, Last Night instead of Last Light. I was briefly concerned you might mean a mod, but like yeah. I don't know how, as I said, with Exodus, if my PC can sort of run it. If I can stream it and run it. As I said, I've played for Exodus back in... We can check this again. Exodus, I last played 2022 March. So it's been also 2 years. But the thing with Exodus, because Enhanced Edition with the ray tracing, I do know that like with my GPU at 1080p even, the frame rate sometimes struggles to reach 30. So it's fine for if you're playing a Metro game, right? But I don't know if this is acceptable for a stream. That's the thing. Right? I'm fine with playing like this. This is something I'm totally fine playing with. Because, you know, you can totally play a Metro game at like fucking 10 FPS not quite, but like with 24 FPS you can play a Metro game because they're slow paced enough. And if they go fast paced, you probably are already dead basically. You're walking dead, man. Can't compute anymore. Yeah, it's the ray tracing is heavy. I don't know how well it will perform on the Linux. Especially part of the issue is that I'm using an AMD GPU. It's Nvidia again. Yeah. It's not like it's sort of like AMD has completely given up at this point. I mean, the 6000 series was a good step, and then the 7000 was like and then like yeah, it's been quite dead since then. But like neither company has released a new GPU because, you know, the big boom was with like the 30 series and the mining craze around the time, and then since then nobody wants to buy GPUs because they're way overpriced, let's be real. Because the companies were like, oh yeah, you can sell a mid-range GPU for €1,000, and it's like, no, people are buying these because, you know, they wanted a GPU. Also, your top-end GPUs you can sell for basically anything you want. Like, you can ask €3,000 for the fastest GPU because there will be enthusiasts who will spend it. But your next lower GPU can't cost €2,000. Because people that settle for second best will not spend this much. They will spend under 1,000. They will not go this fucking high. This is not something that will be going. Oh yeah, that's fun also with NVIDIA. I mean, it's nearly as bad as Intel just having straight up broken CPUs that they're selling. I don't know how that fucking happened. It's like, I was like, I mean, you know, I'm not in the market of a CPU right now, but like, it's not like you're forced to really go AMD. But both options are reasonably good. Intel seems to be quite competitive. Both of them are sort of driving a bit high power draws right now. It's a bit ridiculous, and then Intel straight up goes like, "Our CPUs are straight up broken now." That's like, oh, great. That's the last thing you need for your reputation, right? Granted, I wasn't looking deep into it, but like, because again, I'm not in the market for a CPU right now. But it's like, I was thinking, you know, Intel is fine. It's a fine option, and then like, turns out 2 generations of their CPU are straight up broken right now. Have broken models, and it's like, yeah, that's not good for your reputation at all. That's like the last thing you needed. That's like it tried to use tackle it on itself. I mean, both of we're sort of doing missteps and like being a bit ridiculous, and then it's just like Hinzel just jumps off a fucking cliff. And the danger is sort of like, oh, ARM, and I'm like, I'm not sure what to think of ARM. Because, like, the issue is it's lockdown platform. Not in the sense that the instruction set is closed source, because, you know, x86 isn't much different. But, like, the fact that you oftentimes have locked bootloaders, have all this garbage to fucking deal with. ARM isn't particularly fun to work with. Outside of a Pi. And then it's just a Raspberry Pi where you're locked into the fucking hardware ecosystem. Right? Things stop being funny with that. ARM has its own set of funny problems. And then you have Microsoft being like quite mediocre about the entire thing. And the only real selling point for ARM is like, oh look, it's battery life, really long and stuff. Right? I mean, that MacBook fast or some shit. It's like, okay, I guess. Are you still selling me on it, really? It's like, there seems to be upside, but like, I'm not sure if this is just, if ARM's overhyped with its battery life stuff and its advantages, or if this is just something that will, you know, go away in a few years. And we don't have to worry about. I have nothing to keep up with you. Yeah. Thanks. It's... Although it was again a race where like 2 of the competitors decided to imploded their own race. Isaac and also making mistakes and just dropping out of the race effectively. Although you sort of being throughout the race distance the closest rival I had. It's just... I'm DG Kyalami, I'm suffering from success. I did say this earlier to Ruby, it's like, I will see what I will do next season. If I drive Track GT, if I drive VTracc, if I drive neither, I shall see what the timing, the schedule will be like. Yeah. I mean, qualifying was sort of close, let's be real. Compared especially against Sandvod, where I out-qualified everyone by a full second, that was just ridiculous. Yeah, I still want the second Model 3 emulator. Hey, right now I don't have a use for the second Model 3 emulator. I will look into it maybe. I have too many side projects. I still haven't finished the fucking livery for the 3 series. I mean, again, I've been dominating the entire season, and you are technically slower than me, but like, it's like, are you that much slower than me, really? Oh yeah, right, but you did end up qualifying in the end in 5th. Well, that was just because the last few runs shuffled you down a bit the order. There's some impressive qualifying times, it's just some people struggle with the execution a bit. Right, I was starting to wrap you up though. I forgot much to say. It was nice seeing you again though. I don't know why you've been like missing the entire season. You probably had reasons, work, I don't know. It sucks a bit that Jordan specifically, you know, teamed up with you. And then the one race you ran, he wasn't here. Oh, that sucks quite a lot. Team Mofu could have had a team championship. Well, easily a team championship because both of us had like 5 race wins. So we completely would have dominated the team championship here. But like I guess that's it is what it is. Right. It is what it is. I guess that's a good reason to run another season of VTracc. By to win a team championship for my team, finally. I see Kohai being like, Lucas is in the Verstappen era. I mean, B-Lip, whenever he comes by, always calls me Verstappen with my performances, and I'm like, I did say earlier in the race, like, you know, I sort of do get angry when I'm like not winning, so like I have the worst traits of Verstappen as well. Although I'm not quite as quick as the man, so yeah, it's quite fun. Going a bit closer. Sadly, a bit of race room build. I mean, I did try to drive a R-Factor 2 for a 24-hour race, but like that didn't materialize in the end. But yeah, that was the hypercar mod around Spa, and I was at fastest going 157s, while the pole time was a 1:50. Yeah, when the entry that was entered in fell apart, like Loic was like, I can't really put you into our pro entry because you're just too fucking slow. Could you like finally improve your put your shit together? I'm like, so there was some things said, but like you probably shouldn't drive VR again, and it's like, and then once I figured out, wait a minute, like the entry had been scrapped. That's why you want to move me into the other entry. Why you want me to? Why you want things to change and otherwise drop me? It's like, oh yeah, right, okay, I did want to drive the other entry anyway. But it did avoid me having to actually have a stream on Linux with R-Factor 2 without any overlays. That avoided that. You getting fluffy. Oh, right. Okay then. I did want to say already good night earlier. I will be a set pack Tuesday for Sudo, where I'm not gonna win. I'm not winning in Sudo. These guys, there's a couple of aliens that are too fast. I'm sort of the fastest human there, but like I'm not the fastest there for sure with my Porsche. Then Wednesday we will be going into finishing off 2033 Metro, and then Saturday, Sunday we're on the 24-hour race. And that seems like a good schedule. And I might finally actually use, my template that I started to make for schedules. But, like, who else knows what else I'm not gonna finish? Liveries, software projects, whatever. I will probably not finish anything. Let's just keep going and just go to bed. And say, you fox. Oh, good night in any case. Bye-bye.